Yeah, I was gonna tell you to read that. I didn't know if you wanted it up or not.
Oh.
It's up now.
Oh. What did he say? I'm not gonna read. Yeah, Gino. Well, anyway, I'll take it down. Hold on.
I thought he was celebrating his packed gig. I mean,
wait. Yeah, just leave it there. No. No, I'll read it on the side.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You could read it without putting it up, but whatever. You know.
Yeah, listen. The bottom line is, Gino's. I don't waste my time. I don't have to waste my time with it.
No,
I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. But last time I watched Gino, it was how many people were watching? 30? 30 people were watching. So Gino's basically out of the business. So as they say, there's no point in talking about a guy. I mean, Gino does Joey C numbers. So I mean, Gino thinks somehow he's like killing it, but yeah, there you go.
it's an amazing world.
Bob, you're friends with Gino, right?
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
But you're friends with him.
Well, I mean, I don't approve with some of his stuff that he does, you know?
I mean, but you're still friends with him.
Well, I don't have any conversations with him.
But you would if you could.
What do you mean if I would, if I could? How if I could?
I'm just saying he's a piece of shit. He's proven to be a piece of shit. But that's not enough for you. That's not enough for you.
It is enough for me. I don't
no, like the fact that Gino got his ass kicked by I'm not even gonna say allegedly anymore. Gino got his ass kicked by fucking Pat Dixon.
Good to be on ML. See
that Pat Dixon and Gino didn't learn his lesson. Just goes to show what a piece of shit he is. He talked about Aaron Berg's wife. That's Gino's MO. Where he's like he thinks he's a tough guy. He gets his ass kicked, and what does he do? He goes to court. Gino's a bitch. Not only Gino's a bitch, Cumia's a bitch because Cumia is the one sponsoring Gino. And Cumia's a bitch too, Bob. I know he's tight. You're tight with him too. Cumia's a fucking bitch because right before I stopped working there, this is one of the ones I was like, Cumia's a bitch. You know, Cumia talks a tough game on Twitter. You know, he'll fight with a lady in person. But then he goes all the way to Chicago to talk to Louis C.K. I said, did you ask Louis to do your show? He goes, no. I'm like, you're a bitch. He's afraid. He was afraid to ask Louis. He's a bitch, Bob. He's a bitch. Gino's a bitch. And Cumia's a bitch. And they think they're tough guys because they're Italian. But they're both bitches. Gino's the biggest bitch in the world. Like, everybody knows that. There's no point in even like debating it. I mean, the guy's ass kicked in by Pat Dixon. He didn't even defend himself. He's like, I'm a bitch. I had that coming, but then I'm going to take him to court. So you think I'm going to fall for anything Gino does and be like, oh, I'm going to go beat him up. I'm going to go beat up a bitch. But they're all bitches. Cumia is a fucking bitch. Cumia talks tough on Twitter. He gets his gun. He don't like black people. He fights with women, but he's afraid to ask Louis C.K. to do his show. I thought the timing is right. Because you're a bitch. You're a bitch, Anthony Cumia. You're a bitch. Also, he's a fucking loser. You know, Opie was the one who got Opie and Anthony going, right? Everybody knows that, right? Opie had the show. He brought Anthony on board. Anthony did everything he could, basically, to get the thing canceled. I mean, he got himself canceled. He couldn't take down Opie and Jimmy, but he did what he could. And then he went over to Compa Media, which Keith the Cop got started. Cumia had nothing to do with it. He was just sitting there. Keith the Cop did all the work. And then as soon as Keith the Cop is gone, Now he's driving that into the ground. So you can keep sucking his dick, Bob, but that's
I'm
what
not
Cumia
sucking
is.
anybody's dick. I'm just
Cumia is a fucking coward, just like his boy toy Gino, and he runs every show he has into the ground. I'm talking about Cumia now. Cumia tried to run O&A into the ground. He got himself fired, tried to get everybody taken down. And then he runs the Compound Media into the ground. So there you go. So am I going to go over to Compound Media and punch Gino in his jaw, and then he could be like, "I'm going to take you to court. You're a meanie bajini." Yeah, I'm not that stupid. I'm not that stupid.
yeah, it's a trap.
But that's what Gino wants. He wants men to come over and beat the shit out of him. He just wants men to touch him. Whether it's Pat Dixon punching him in his fucking jaw, he just wants men to put their hands on him.
Do you think he came after Pat hit him?
I don't know, but he wants men to put his hands on him. That's what he wants.
I didn't even think about it.
Yep, he just wants men. That's why he didn't get mad. That's why he's just like, whoa, that's almost like getting fucking fucked in the ass when a guy comes over and punches you real solid in the jaw.
He did look behind him.
Real square in the jaw. He was like, wow, that felt good. He just wants men to touch him. That's what he wants.
Text coming in 3 seconds.
That's what he wants. EGN, slap that like button like it's Bob's bass or Andy's sweet cheeks. Apple, bottom, Andy.
Did we ever find out if that bass was plugged in, Bob?
It was plugged in. What are you, out of your fucking mind?
I'm just
you
saying
can hear it in there.
I
Stop
heard.
it. Stop. You heard the bass. You heard the
we didn't
bass.
hear it.
No, Kevin was saying.
Guitar.
Kevin said. He's
It's
listening.
low
Look
in
at the
the mix.
headphones he has. He can't hear anything with that.
No, I listen to your music on different headphones. Much better.
Oh, please. It's fucking, you can hear it. It's basically one part, it's the bass. It goes back
The
and
clip
forth.
we
Come
saw,
on.
somebody was jamming the whole time on a guitar.
Yeah, my son.
Oh, that's your son?
Yeah. Damn you. Playing.
Cumia just saying, yeah, I just addressed it. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. I fight with ladies. But I'm afraid of Louis C.K. I'm afraid to ask Louis C.K. to do my show. I think he might hurt my feelings and say no. I am not ready for that. He can be mean when Louis. I don't like when people say no to me.
Yeah, just do it. Just say it. Come on, dude.
He's a bitch, Bob. Could you imagine going all the way to Chicago and then not going, oh, why don't you? I said, you ask him? He goes, no.
Yeah.
And even you could tell, even the way he shook his head, it was like, yeah, I'm a bitch.
He was like disappointed in himself.
Yeah, like I'm a bitch. He goes, well, I'm working for later. I'm like, there's no later, bitch. It's like Keith Robinson's later with the Conan show. I'll do it later. What, Keith? Yeah, I'll do it my next episode. There ain't gonna be one, Keith. Keith saving his best stuff for his second appearance on Conan, which never happened. That's a strong move. I'm gonna save my best stuff for my second appearance. Way to go, Keith. Rolando, why are you picking on Gino? You know his liver died of a broken heart. Gino's a bitch.
Why did he start flipping out about you again? Like I thought.
Gino's a bitch, Bob.
Yeah,
Gino's a bitch. Oh, there's nothing to get. Were you still trying to get shit?
No. I mean,
you're still trying to figure out Chad and Gino and these fucking losers.
It doesn't make sense. It's
Gino's a bitch. Gino's a
bitch. If
bitch.
it upset you, why?
He's jealous
why
of me.
That's
He's jealous of me because he does these live streams. Nobody watches. He knows he's fucked. Once Cumia leaves, he's gonna have to move down with him, or he's gonna have to, I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. But he's jealous, and it's pathetic. Bob, I know Bob can't help it. Bob still thinks Artie Lang's going to make a comeback. KB, you're being unusually subtle today. How do you feel about Cumia? Thanks. I'll hang up and listen. He's just he's a bitch. It's like these Italian guys. They watch too much Sopranos and Goodfellas, and they think like they're tough guys. And then when I saw Cumia, when I asked him, did you ask Louis to do the show? He's like, I was like, you're a bitch. You're just a bitch. There's no other way to fucking sugarcoat it. He's a bitch.
Will you like him again if he shuts down Compound?
No, I'm done. Bob, I don't know why you're obsessed with like the past. It's like
I don't care.
Compound and Gino and Artie and Chad. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Now.
I'd make friends with Joey C. These guys are fucking losers and they're pretend tough guys. I mean, Gino literally, a guy walked into a bar, walked up to Gino, punched him in the jaw. Gino did nothing except take him to court, press charges. Like a bitch.
On ML,
you ever see an episode of The Sopranos where the guy presses charges because he got punched?
Never.
You either punch back or whatever, but you don't go like, I'm going to take this to the DA, see?
It's crazy.
Pathetic. I was thinking about Keith the cop. People that want to be in charge, and like I just said, he started the Compound Media. He did what he could. But again, he made a lot of bad decisions. And then he was like, Keith the cop is one of those guys like, I should be in charge. And most people that are in charge are idiots. So they somehow it's not their fault. It's definitely the governor's fault, but they'll pass the buck. Whenever something goes well, everyone takes a victory lap. When something goes bad, it's like, well, we'll have to see. We're going to do some investigations into while we're stepping over dead bodies, literally burned to death. They were in traffic, Bob. Could you imagine that? They're in traffic trying to get out of town, and they literally burned to death in their cars.
Jesus.
Because they had nowhere to go. But the governor's like, yeah, let's see if we can do something better. Let's hope so, you fucking hacks. And I apologize to Keith the cop because he did start Compound Media. And again, as soon as he left, Cumia's like, let me run this into the ground as a goof. Just like he ran O&A into the ground, try to get everybody fired, but he only got himself fired. Then he's like, Opie, you're not coming with? Opie's like, yeah, I'm good here. I'm good here. Thanks, Anthony.
I'm gonna go film somebody taking a shit.